Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale. A Manhattan man sentenced in Riley County District Court earlier this week will serve a sentence of more than a decade in the Kansas Department of Corrections. Jonathan Maldonado in November had pleaded guilty on charges of kidnapping, aggravated residential burglary, aggravated assault, interference with law enforcement, and domestic battery. Judge Grant Bannister sentenced him to 10 years and 2 months with the KDOC on the first 4 counts, plus 6 months in jail for domestic battery. A year and 3 months will be credited to Maldonado's sentence for time already served in the case. The 27-year-old was arrested in April 2024 after a woman he'd been holding in his apartment contacted 911. He fled the scene when police attempted to make contact. He was found later the same day in Wyandotte County and taken into custody after surrendering to negotiators. Kansas Highway Patrol troopers, assisted by Bonner Springs and Kansas City, Kansas police, facilitated the stop and apprehension of Maldonado last April. A plan to survey residents about their desire for indoor water facilities received mixed reactions from Manhattan City Commissioners earlier in the week. Mayor Karen McCullough said she's not in support of a community survey about the possibility of adding an indoor pool to Seco Park. The survey would cost the city $22,000, and Deputy City Manager Jason Hilgers said the commission had requested that survey be taken last year. McCullough said they should not be asking the community about the project until a firm plan is already in place, and that entities like K-State should be involved in the process. Hilgers said they're currently constructing the questions and form for the survey, adding the school board supports the project, and saying he plans to speak with the county commission again before the survey is sent to residents. The Trump administration on Wednesday canceled a nearly $5 billion federal loan guarantee for a new high-voltage transmission line that would deliver solar and wind-generated electricity from the Midwest to the eastern U.S. The company indicated, though, the project would go forward. The U.S. Department of Energy declared it is, quote, not critical for the federal government to have a role, end quote, in the first phase of Chicago-based Invenergy's planned Grain Belt Express. The department also questioned whether the $11 billion project could meet the financial conditions required for a loan guarantee. A statement issued for the company that is constructing the express said that they were disappointed, noting the new transmission line was effectively, quote, America's largest power pipeline, end quote. Construction in full had been set to start next year. 2 prominent Missouri Republicans, U.S. Senator Josh Hawley and State Attorney General Andrew Bailey, have been vocal critics of the project, describing it as a threat to farmland and landowners' property rights. Hawley said earlier in July that he had secured a pledge from Energy Secretary Chris Wright to cancel the loan guarantee. The president has repeatedly derided wind and solar energy as unreliable while opposing efforts to combat climate change by moving away from fossil fuels. The Department of Energy said Wednesday the conditional commitment to Invenergy last November put it among billions of dollars worth of commitments that were, quote, and rushed out the doors, end quote, by former President Joe Biden's administration after Biden lost the election. Some Kansas farmers will soon receive payments from USDA through the Agriculture Risk Coverage Program for 2024 crops. Extension farm economist Robin Reed projects a lot of soybean farmers should see some reprieve.
A lot of southeast Kansas is going to be getting soybean Ark County payments. Central area of Kansas, Ellis, Ellsworth, Lincoln, there's a big pocket there that's going to be getting blended soybean payments.
Ark payments are triggered when actual county crop revenue falls below a guaranteed mark. Payments for the 2024 crop year will be issued in October. More on the day's headlines available at any time at newsradio.kman.com and themercury.com.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Hey all, I'm Jamie Lynn Sigler, a mom, actor, and advocate. I know how overwhelming it can be trying to decide which treatment is right for you. I've been there. But you should know you're not alone. You can do this. Start with some research, talk to the community, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask your doctor questions. You might find results that speak for themselves. That's how I landed on Kesimpta. Ask your doctor if Kesimpta, ofatumumab, could be right for you. You can check out the details at kesimpta.com.
Training camp continuing for the Chiefs as Travis Kelce, who ended last season with career lows in yards and touchdowns, looked like he might be nearing the end of one of the greatest tight end careers in NFL history, then caught fire, of course, in the playoffs briefly. Well, for 2025, the Chiefs are saying they believe he'll still be the player they know well.
Yeah, he's svelte right now. It looks like he's 20. He's doing a good job. He's in great shape. And I'm not sure he didn't come in first on the whole conditioning thing. He was right up front. You can see he's been working out. You saw him yesterday on the long one where he had the burst, and so he's done a nice job. He's worked hard to get to this spot here. So.
Chiefs coach Andy Reid on the tight end who will be playing under the final year of a 2-year, $34.25 million contract extension he signed last year. Camp continuing today at Missouri Western. Kansas basketball coach Bill Self had 2 stents inserted into his heart to treat blocked arteries Thursday in Lawrence. The 62-year-old directed the final practice of the summer session Thursday as he prepares for a 23rd season as head coach of the Jayhawks. He missed the 2023 conference and NCAA tournaments because of a heart condition. He's led Kansas to national titles twice and is the school's victory leader with a mark of 609 and 156. Royals were off last night. They open a series against the Guardians this evening at Kauffman Stadium. Coverage at 6:30 on News Radio KMAN. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.